Hey, what's up guys? This is FZM Studio. Alright guys, so a new kind of speed test today. Time to switch it up a little bit. So we've got the predecessor to the Huawei P10. Welcome to the Huawei P9 in white. So yeah, I've got that yin and yang theme right about now. So let's put them head to head in a speed test. So hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and let's get on with the show. Alright, let's get some background information on the P9. So it's got the Kirin 955 chipset, which is still fantastic by today's standard. P9 also has an octa-core CPU. This model has 32GB of internal memory and 3GB of RAM. And we all know the P10 Plus has the Kirin 960 chipset with 6GB of RAM. Alright, let's find out if the P9 can keep up. Let's begin. Now, let's hit that restart button on both devices so we get a very accurate boot up time on both phones. So we just see the P10 Plus rebooting a tiny bit quicker. Both startup animations are very stylish and smooth in appearance. So let's see who reaches the home screen first. Just to note, the P9 has a 1080p Full HD LCD panel and the P10 Plus has a LCD Quad HD panel. Look at that, wow, we just see the P9 coming in half a second quicker, so that's incredible stuff. Okay, I'm going to enter in the pin and wow, again the P9 is good to go. Really impressive stuff once again, but can it keep up on the apps test? That's the real test. Let's find out. Right, the first app, phone dialer. Neck and neck. Next up, let's go to settings. I'd have to say a little bit faster than the P9. Moving on. Playstyle. Pretty much the same. Back to the home screen. Let's try out YouTube. P10 Plus. Next up, the camera. P10 Plus again. Back to the home screen. Let's try Google Chrome. Once again, for the P10 Plus. Instagram. Ooh, the P9 coming in a little bit quicker there. Next up, Snapchat. A little bit faster on the P10 Plus. Up next, the speed test. P9 coming in a fraction quicker. Back to the home screen, let's go and try a few different apps. Let's try Mario Run, the first game. So we see the P9 coming into the loading screen and the home screen faster, P10 Plus a little bit behind, and we can see the P9 coming in quicker here. Not bad. Let's try Asphalt 8. So the P10 Plus is loading up the home screen, loading up faster here. Let's see, and there we see the P10 Plus coming in first. Let's cross that off. Back to the home screen. Let's try the next app, which is 8-Ball Pool. Once again, the P10 Plus coming in slightly faster, loading up. But to the home screen, the P9. Not bad. Up next, Just Eat. P10 Plus a little bit quicker here. Next up, Netflix. We've got the P10 Plus once again. Next up, going into Mixer. Once again, the P10 Plus is faster here. Right, Android Pay. Leading the way. Boomerang. Again, leading the way, the Huawei P10 Plus. Slightly delayed for the P9 when it came to Boomerang. Alright, let's go to Twitch. Very fast on both phones. But again, the P9 was a second or so behind. Going into the Google folder, play movies. Very fast times for the Huawei P10 Plus. Next up, Google Drive. Very fast on both devices. Only a fraction second between them. Play music. P10 Plus ahead. No surprises really. Alright, that's the end of the app test. Next up, a RAM management test to see how well the apps have been held on both devices. Let's kick things off going all the way back into YouTube. No problems on the Huawei P10 Plus, and as we can see, a refresh on the P9. So 3 gigs of RAM versus 6, so we're going to see some noticeable differences. Also guys, you can see the touchscreen is not as responsive on the P9, even though I'm touching them exactly the same. Anyways, moving on, let's try the next app, which is Asphalt 8. So no refreshes, no issues here on the P10 Plus. Let's just cross that off, and as we can see the P9 loading up, brand new, Super Mario Run. Once again, no surprises really, 3 gigs of RAM as I mentioned earlier. So moving on, let's go into the next app, which is Mixer. It held that one, which is great. Camera, slightly delayed again on the P9. Moving on, and we're going all the way back into the next app, which is Instagram. So the feed has been held on the P10 Plus, then reloads once again on the P9. Speed test, so that was a bit odd. I'm sure I clicked speed test. Let's definitely see that one again. Yeah, I definitely clicked the speed test, so that's weird. It brought up play games. Regardless, moving on. Netflix, another refresh. So the P9 having some issues with its touch at the moment. Now the speed test, and as you can tell this time, I did it right. And we've got another refresh. Moving on. Chrome, a delay once again. So some issues when it comes to response and timing. There are delays on the P9. So Boomerang, it's lost the initial photo. No surprises really. This is the big difference between a year. And we can see the P10 Plus having fantastic RAM management. So let's clear it all down. A no contest on this particular test. Now, onto the fingerprint speed test. So, the P9 has placed their sensor in a natural position at the back of the phone at the center. You can feel it well because it has an indent and it's shaped like a square. So with some hand adjustments, who's going to win here? Let's see. Wow, the P9 is practically identical if it wasn't for the apps animation which pops them back on the screen. Look again, when I press them, the screens both light up together, which is fantastic for the P9. Again, I'm really impressed. Alright, let's power them both off and see who turns off first. And as I press the power off button, we can see that the P9, surprise surprise, powers off a lot quicker than the P10 Plus. So, in summary guys, the Huawei P9 shows very fast speeds on the boot up, coming in half a second faster than the P10 Plus. And when I entered in the pin, it actually loaded up to the home screen quicker, so give us a huge point for the P9. For launching the apps, the P10 Plus was faster on the majority of the apps, as we would expect being the latest model, though the P9 did win on a few apps. So a point for the P10 Plus. The P9 does lose ground on the RAM management test, as it refreshed and reloaded most of its apps, whereas the P10 Plus walked through it with ease. So a point for the Huawei P10 Plus. For the fingerprint speed test, strictly speaking, the P10 Plus came in literally a fraction quicker, but I'm very impressed with the P9 speed, so a point each way. And finally, the P9 does beat the P10 Plus to powering off. But there's one huge difference between these phones when it really comes to daily use. The P9 is not nearly as responsive on the touch and does have lag in comparison to the P10 Plus, as we saw in my video. So, a final bonus point here for the P10 Plus. So there you have it guys, a 1 year difference, and I believe the P10 Plus is a superb successor to the Huawei P9 and is 100% worth the upgrade. So guys, what's your thoughts on this speed test? The P9 is a fabulous handset with premium build quality and design, as you guys have seen. We know it's quick and has high-end features such as the Leica dual lens camera setup. It's worth your money if you want to try to keep costs down, as you can pick one up now for around $300 or £230 brand new. Hit me up in the comment section below and share your thoughts. I will definitely check them all out. Leave your suggestions for what you want to see next. There's tons more content coming up, so you really don't want to miss it. So smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and as always guys, hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Peace.